Welcome back to Legendary Sniff. My name's Anthony.
I'm Jack. We're just two British lads fucking playing Sly Cooper 2.
This looks like the neighborhood I grew up in.
The fucking Gothic era France, is it then?
Is that what this is?
Did you get bombed? The fuck?
Did you say Bond?
Bombed?
Bond, James
Like the
Bond.
towers? Wait, they didn't get bombed.
Did you know something we don't?
What? My British intelligence. You ever watch do you notice that Gordon Ramsay is just blatantly racist? It's not racist.
I watched.
Is zonist? That's what he is. He blatantly is aggressive to French people in like everything he does, and like no one gives a shit because it's Gordon Ramsay, and like who cares about French people?
I watched it, or I heard something, or whatever. I was watching something and they talked about this, where if you watch an American competition show,
Give me an example, like
I don't know,
Jeopardy,
like
or
anything. No, something more like
Ninja Warrior.
no, more like something like Survivor, or a show where like people are straight up like competing for something. Even like Hell's Kitchen or whatever. Like that's the Gordon Ramsay one, right? Where they're competing to like be like the last chef standing.
Yeah,
Like that, like it's like overly aggressive. Like people are like mean to each other. Like it's all American like competition shows where people are just aggressive with each other and they're like, it's a game, I want to fucking win the money, blah blah blah. But then you watch something like the Great British Baking Show, like a British show,
yeah.
where everybody's like, oh my gosh, like we love each other. Oh, you didn't finish your baking, I'll come over there and help you. Anyone need help? I'm already done.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry you
Yeah.
got eliminated. We need to let you go or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I guess when Gordon Ramsay does his shows, like American shows, I guess, like Hell's Kitchen, they tell him to be like overly fucking
Give him the beans.
yeah, be like the overly aggressive like Gordon Ramsay. But when he does like shows, I guess for British audiences and stuff, he's like super like not that, because the audiences are just different. Like American audience like the aggressive stuff like that, and British audiences like the Great British Baking Show type, reality type where like everyone's kind of like more nice to each other.
That explains the like UK kitchen nightmares versus.
I think that's what they were talking about specifically. Is that Gordon Ramsay too? I've never watched Kitchen Nightmares.
Because I went on like a bender of like cooking my own meals and stuff, and I ended up watching like a lot of Gordon Ramsay content because I think he's like genuinely one of the best chefs in the world in terms of like being able to tell if a meat's cooked by touching it and like tasting stuff. But he was taught by this dude Marco Pierre White, who is like really really knowledgeable also, but runs his kitchen like Hell's Kitchen, like legitimately though, meaning like yeah, they're telling him to be aggressive, but I think that's also like all he knows is to just be like this overly aggressive.
Even that,
fucking Brit.
they might just tell him to tone it down for the British stuff, because the British audiences don't like stuff the way that American audiences do.
Yeah, there was that in like that first season of Great British Bake Off, they have that one like old bitch who just like takes the dude's frozen cake out of the freezer and just like lets it sit there melting. I don't know if you remember that.
I've seen every season. I don't remember that.
It's like a meme. It's so fucking ridiculous. Where he's like, "Why is my cake like just sitting here melted?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry, there wasn't any room in the fridge." And he's like, "Okay, like." I guess I just lose then. What the fuck? Alright. And I'm like in the middle of a fucking war zone here. Shit going nutty. Fuck. What were you saying before Gordon Ramsay?
Kitchen Nightmares. He taught under that guy who runs his stuff like Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, Marco Pierre White.
I was saying
He's the kind of dick where he has like a YouTube clip where someone's like, we heard that blah blah blah, you made Gordon Ramsay cry, and he's like, first of all, I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. I yelled at him and he chose to cry. Like, he was that type of dude.
Didn't get it.
Get me out of here. Fucking, I'm way better.
Banacucom.
Where? Oh, I want to check where I have to go, but I'm fucking... It should just be Neela's headquarters at this point. Okay. So I guess I need to pickpocket these people anyways, because we have to be able to afford the paraglider. So I might as well steal their money. Yeah, silver medal. I've been going, Oh, I had a story I was going to tell in the last one. I don't... If I told this on Legendary Stiff, stop me. But...
Stop.
So we've been, like, working from home, right? And because of that, we're doing all of our meetings for, like, our team over Teams. Like, Microsoft Teams. And, I'm finding that there's a lot of people on my team who have no fucking social etiquette with, like, how to talk in a Teams meeting. Don't fucking look at me like that.
What do you mean?
Very... I know. Okay.
I'm relaxed. Go on.
How do I do... I'm just... How the fuck do I do this?
Jump over the spikes to the right.
Oh, he's turning his... Okay. I can do this.
Maybe you could distract the guard from his post by making a little noise.
Smart. One of the kids fucking... During the meeting, his mom came in and was like, oh, so-and-so, something, like, real nice in the background. And he was literally like, open mic, 15 of us listening. Shut up, mom. Get out of here. Like, like, yells at his fucking mother. What is this shit?
You have to make noise.
And then crawl under?
Yeah. Because then he's going to start walking, so you'll have time.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, it's like I've played this before and you haven't.
God, you're really good at this, dude. You know more than I do. We have this other kid who, like, our manager will be explaining something, like, middle of explaining with their screen shared, like, and he'll just be like, excuse me, I'll be right back, and then put himself on mute, and it's like, just don't fucking say anything and leave, and then come back. Like, no one gives a shit that you'll be right back. Like, what's wrong with you?
Take his money.
But he's the same kid who, like, open mouth sneezes into his microphone. Like, it's an interesting group.
Well, you work in computers where there's a lot of people who probably I don't know, a lot of like the
inept.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, socially.
Yeah.
I don't want to put people into a group, but I don't know. There's always those like group of like kids that at school who you're just like, there's something off about them. And they in social situations they're just kind of weird, and you're like, I guess that's why he doesn't have that many friends. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like true. People just aren't all the same. So like the popular kids are all the kids that are really good and fucking are like socially there, and the unpopular kids are the kids who don't have the social like wherewithal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a great like description of it is like, I think we all had that kid who would Naruto run down the hallway, like, to get between his classes. And it's like, I don't, something's not clicking there, that he, like, understands that other people might think that that's a weirdness, and, like, not want to interact with them because they do that. I don't know. Bullying works.
Oh, you've been seen.
No, I'm gone.
You've been seen.
No, the bomb. Shit. Fucking Al Qaeda's at it again.
Like that, I think we talked about it in Legend of K. That kid in our AP Gov class that said that he had looked down the barrel of a shotgun once and made Mr. Young concerned.
Oh my god, I remember that kid.
I mean, I said our teacher's name, but there's 18,000 probably Mr. Youngs.
Do we even care? I mean,
Yeah.
he's not even gonna remember that kid.
Like, he was one of those kids where you're like, alright, you didn't need to say anything like that. You didn't need to say that, like...
I told you I got in front of my Spanish class and said that for Christmas I wanted sodium acetate. My teacher made me explain what it was because people thought it was a bomb ingredient. God. There's a lot of things looking back on life that I maybe would have done a little bit different. And something we should clarify, or I should clarify, is I don't think I am socially adept in any way.
Oh, no,
I
like,
would say
yeah.
quite the opposite, even.
We wouldn't be sitting in a basement alone creating a YouTube channel that 10 people watch.
And, like, not even doing well. Ugh. Getting fucking Ming mod here. Eat my ass. Whew. I don't think that that's, like, a awkward thing, like, that we do this.
No, it's just not sociable.
Have you told anyone, like, that you work with or know, like, about this?
No.
That we do it?
No.
I have, like, some people I work with who, like, I think are really cool and, like, enjoy their company. And even then, I'm like... when I went to send you the thumbnail for that one video, I control-V'd it into the chat with them first, and I was like, fuck, and, like, deleted it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if even them knowing would be a good idea. I think these ones are slippy, right? You gotta...
I'm excited for my next series.
But you won't even let me spoil what it is.
No, it's got to be a surprise. So people come back and subscribe so they can see it.
I'm surprised you don't, like... Like, Sly 2 is, like, a big nostalgia thing for me, right? Like, this was... I played this game a shitload as a kid. But, like... Other than this, I'd probably be picking something...
Like,
I haven't played yet that, like...
Well,
I'd be interested in playing, or, like, I think would be, like, a fun, shared experience.
so my next game, I played it, I beat it, and I liked it, and I want to go back to it because I don't remember it. But, like, I'm saving all those I haven't played yet games for, you know, Pokemon Snap. Like, I haven't played that, you know, or any other big games that are going to come out. I mean, you get Resident Evil, but...
Don't say you get it. You don't want to play it.
I don't want it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
But, like, my big nostalgia games are, like, Nintendo 64 games, like Mario 64, and I'm not fucking playing that shit. Mario Party, I wouldn't mind playing, but, like, Mario Party on the N64, like, Star Fox 64, and I'd have to, like, the Lord of the Rings games on the PlayStation 2, I would definitely play those again.
I saw people playing that, and they were asking for a remaster of that Lord of the Rings. It's the one where you can, like, level up, right?
Yeah.
You play, like, the different... I never played that. I'd want to.
I think it's one of the best movie video game adaptation, like, games. At least from, like, that era.
Better than Lego The Hobbit.
Oh my god, that was ass.
I saw... So...
I mean, one of them is co-op. The Return of the King is co-op.
You said that you unplugged your Switch and set up your Blu-ray player, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
Because I have
How often are you... I also saw you have the collector's edition or whatever of...
Well, I have an Xbox One S, so I haven't been able to watch, like,
any of my like Blu-ray Lord of the Rings that I got, and I'm not gonna fucking rent them or buy them like online somewhere because I already fucking own them on Blu-ray. But I haven't been watching them that much just because it's like, all right, it's a 4-hour commitment because they're all extended edition.
Per movie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you watch like Lord of the Rings?
I mean, it depends. If I've got like if like my girlfriend's maybe like working an overnight or something, or you know, I have a night to myself, I'd probably set it up and then fucking fall asleep to it or something like that. But it's not like I'm like, all right, time to watch it again and again and again, which I used to be like that, but now it's just I don't have the time.
Makes sense. I just switched to Murray, but I think we are officially out of time here, so we'll see you kids on the next one.
See ya.